Hello there, it's AWD, and I just wanted to try a little experiment today to kind of talk about something that inspires me. Now, I've been thinking about doing these videos for quite some time because I have an innumerous amount of stuff in my collection. If you can clearly see around me, I'm surrounded in things that I either kept or bought that truly inspire me. Because being an artist, I've always really loved visual entertainment in any sorts of media that is, well, entertaining. And I felt that it would be great to kind of do, maybe not so much a daily video, but a frequent series of videos that talk about certain aspects of things that, to me, are inspiring. So, and I have a timer. I don't want to continue going on about things because, you know, I seem to ramble quite a bit. So, without further ado, something that inspires me. My pogs. Now, really interesting, just a little history about what pogs are. From my, and bear with me if I don't have the complete history of these things correct, because I don't have anything, I don't have any stats or historical facts in front of me. I just clearly am going off the top of my head of what I remember. Milk Caps, I think, was a game that was kind of a thing in Hawaii. People would have like these bottle caps or milk caps, and they would kind of like trade them off in a way where it was like a game. They would take a rock or a large disc, a heavy disc, stack up the milk caps and slam them down, and whatever was, I guess, flipped upright was what they get to keep. And it's a really simplistic game. I mean, you can kind of see how it kind of became a thing, especially around the time of trading cards were a big thing in the 90s. And one of the things that I would do is my dad would take me to a trading card collector's store, where because he collected baseball cards and hockey cards and stuff like that. And he would let me pick out a pack of something that I like. And while I do like trading cards and stuff like that, at the time a big thing was pogs. And so there were a couple really weird pogs that really didn't appeal to me, that were just like stuffed in a drawer. You take a handful and for 25 cents, and then you just use those and trade them off if you can. Not a lot of people I knew would play pogs for very long. It wasn't a really big, it wasn't a very long trend. I'll just say that. I do remember there was, at Knott's Berry Farm, and even at Disneyland, there were pog events where people would come in, and there were different tents and stuff that would give you pogs, and there would be pog, oh gosh, I guess you would call them tournaments. I have no idea how this would be some sort of a challenging game. But I do have quite a bit that I've kept throughout the years. A lot of them are just like very, I guess, surfer-esque. I mean, it's an acquired taste, a lot of this artwork, but a lot of people got into the thing, and they made different versions of pogs that they would give out, and they had really interesting artwork. And I'll take pictures of these more closely, but let me just show you some. These, well, surrounded them are called, it's whackers. I have no idea if that's the name. I have no idea if that's the name of the brand of pog or the artwork or something like that. But some of them say Rat Pack. Like, and you'll notice that the artwork on these are very, I would say, like, I almost want to say Bob Camp drew these. they look very Ren and Stimpy-esque, like later season Ren and Stimpy. Like there's one called Naughty Opossum, and these are it's just a bunch of pogs of rats. Here, this one's called the Crusher. He's a boxer, and I have quite a few doubles and stuff like that. But I really love the artwork on these. This one says non-tended Vidiot games. So, not only for children, but making fun of the children. Non-tended Vidiot games. Yeah, that's interesting. There's some more. Let's see, I'm gonna thumb through these. This one has Mickey Mouse pants on it. Here is a bug with Mickey Mouse pants on it. And again, I'll take pictures of these after while I'm talking about them, so you could take a look. Here's a lab rat. So yeah, these all kind of range in the same sort of a style and appearance, and they really remind me of Ren and Stimpy. It's really a big style. I don't know if someone who worked on these. Let me see here. It says JCY and JHS. I have no idea who that is, and like I said, later on I will try to do a little bit more research about these before I talk about them, so I at least know what I'm getting into. But think about this. When you're a kid, you don't have the internet, so... well, when I was a kid, I didn't have the internet. It was the 90s, like early 90s. So, yeah, you would be completely in the dark as to who made these, but it's still interesting. Another group of pogs that I have are really, really awesome, and they really inspired me to draw a lot of cybernetic animal-type things. And what is really interesting about them is they're by... It's signed in the back, Shane Prigmore. Shane Prigmore is an artist, or maybe was an artist. I don't know if he still works at DreamWorks, but I looked him up. He was a visual artist and animator on movies such as How to Train Your Dragon, Megamind, a lot of movies that I really like that come out of DreamWorks. And I don't, because these are from 1994, that's the only year Pogs were a big thing, by the way, so all of these are going to say 1994. These are from Jots USA, and the series is called Nova Arc. Or wait, they're actually numbered. They're actually numbered kind of like trading cards. And I don't know if I have all of them. I do have some doubles, but these are really, really interesting. And they do have some really weird titles on them, like Captain Deltoid, which is a monkey with a gun. Major Scrap Metal, which looks like the pig from Rocket Knight Adventures. Megabyte is just a beaver eating wires. And this one is just a hand that says CP50. I don't know if that's a C3PO reference or not, but anyway, the pictures will be up, and you'll get to take a look at those. Really, very interesting designs, and because I remember looking these up, and I couldn't find enough information about them online. But if you do happen to find or know about any information, feel free to talk about them in the description below. Because I'm curious to know if anyone else had these sort of things. Now, my next group of Pogs are video game related. And a big thing at the time was Street Fighter II, of course. So, of course, Street Fighter II had Pogs. I have two different sets, and they're very weird. These are like a hollow foil sort of Pog, and they just say the names. They're very poorly drawn. I think they were redrawn. I don't really. Do they even say? Yeah, these ones are blank on the back. But then there's another set which have all the characters. It's the same way. They're not in hollow foil, but they say the name. And these are the more official drawings of the characters. I know that because I've seen them in illustration books everywhere. But what's really weird is that they have this little groove or indent in the middle. I don't know why. That's probably a milk cap thing, like what these originated from. So that's a very interesting little detail on these things. But yeah, moving along. Oh, here are some slammers. These are the things. Oh, I have like 3 slammers, probably from the Rat Pack group, or they say Keeny Cats? I have no idea what that means. One's Cletus and one's MC Slammer. Yeah, go fig. But these are slammers. These are the things that you would use to slam onto a pile of pogs, and however it worked, I have no idea. Now these ones came with a Nintendo Power. I can't remember which one, but they're Super Mario World pogs. And these were ones that you had to pop out of a sheet. That's why they have these little weird indents on the side. What's really interesting about these is that they have like a little bit of beveling in the name, so that makes them stand out a little bit. I don't have... There were larger and smaller versions of these kind of pogs, and I cannot for the life of me find... Even the large ones, I can't find. The small ones I can see losing, but it's basically Mario jumping on a Rex. It's the Koopalings, there's Yoshi, and Dino Rhino. Okay, I guess I think he's named differently, or Reznor, right? But yeah, these are they basically came out when Super Mario World was still a thing, and pogs were a big thing. So all of those Nintendo ones, really great. Now my final pogs that I want to share with you today, and these are really special to me because these were given to me by my dad. And I remember this specifically because he bought 2 sets of these, and they came on a giant poster-sized pog sheet. He kept one, and I have no idea what he did afterwards to this day, but he kept the one unpopped because he wanted to keep it for the prosperity of it might end up being worth more in the future, which is in hindsight, a very terrible investment to make. But what can you do? It was a time where pogs were a big thing, and no one really knew how long it would last. Maybe someone did, but no one would tell anyone. But these ones are hollow foil Street Fighter 2 pogs, and it's really weird. I have no idea how you'd play these, but they're played out like poker cards. See, they have like the Joker of clubs. They have the 6 of hearts, which is Ryu with 4 legs. Yeah, you may... But I've never seen this artwork anywhere outside of these pogs. And I feel like they've probably were in Japan at some point on some other card game. Or who knows, maybe they were in a guidebook or something. But it's really interesting how this kind of stuff will pop up on pogs, of all things. But I've never seen them anywhere else. And there's a huge set of them, and I'm not going to go through all of them at once. I will take pictures and, of course, repeating myself over and over again. Just to kind of show you the kind of things that I collected as a kid. And like I said, pogs didn't last very long, so I don't have very many. And the last thing that I wanted to bring up was I always wanted to make my own pogs, because it's an interesting little collection thing. I mean, you see these things, you want to make it. When you're a creative type like myself, you want to make something like it. It's really inspiring seeing other artists do something that is unique at the time, and you want to be a part of that. There was a pog maker, and I did have it, and I have no idea what happened to it, and I really wish that I had one today, because I would seriously love to just, maybe for a laugh, sell some pogs that I created. And I know it's really difficult to do now because there's no demand for pogs. It's really a thing of the past that no one cares about. But yeah, this is something that really inspired me. I really hope you liked this video, and I'm going to hopefully do some more in the future. If you have any other thoughts or things that inspired you, please direct them to the comments below. Please be civil and be excellent to one another. I really want this to be something that I could share with you and you could pursue yourself if you want. Something that is still interesting to me right today and could be interesting to you or to your friends. So let other people know, and I really hope this video was fun for you because it was really fun looking back at all these weird little things. So have a good time, and I will see you on the next inspiration for the day.